Hello world, I'm Chris Perillo, and this is the Locker Gnome Daily Report, or TLDR for short, your daily dose of tech news, gadget views, and answers that you can use. So why do I have the hood pulled up over my head? Because my wife Diana has a new gadget for me, an electric eyelash curler. You do realize that eyelashes on guys aren't really supposed to be messed with? I'm going to have to take off my glasses, aren't I? Wicket, you need to stop squirming behind me because she's going to have an electronic item near an eyeball. Here, buddy. Here. You can get curled next. Can you curl him next, maybe? It took off my eye. Baby, it took off my eyeball.
You can't pretend to squirm because it scares me.
Oh, I'm not pretending. Don't worry about that. Ah.
Baby.
Honey, let me do this damn thing. How's this electric? It's my eyeball, hon. I swear to God.
Reach your eyeball. Okay, let's
You're frying my eyeball.
Try
it on the mustache. Try it on the mustache. It'll be easier to do the mustache.
The other one.
No, I don't want to try the other one, hon.
And then
it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt. What do you mean, and then we're done? I was done with this 2 minutes ago.
You're big baby.
Because I can feel you. See this part of my eyelid? You're pinching my eyelid.
Oh, okay, so I need to pull that down. Okay, no.
Oh, so greater access to my eyeball. Well, so much for that gadget view.
Can I try it on me then?
Sure.
See? No babies in this process.
Perhaps you were hoping for something a bit more unisex? Fine. How about a MacBook Air unboxing? I got one from Parallels that I will be opening up at some point in the near future. Yeah, see, look, it's shiny. It's got the cellophane around it. This is a, very nice one, because it's relatively new. So when do you want me to unbox this MacBook Air? Perhaps this Friday, live on YouTube? And speaking of computers, someone asked, is making money building computers still possible? The short answer to that question is yes. Now, can it be insanely profitable? Well, I guess it depends on your margin in terms of how much profit you make, because, it's kind of a race to the bottom when it comes to building computers. People often go with the cheapest route, not necessarily the best hardware. One person read this article and replied to me on Twitter and said, yeah, they've made at least $5,000 profit over the past 2 years in building computer systems. I think the business model is going to be around for the foreseeable future, and if anything, it'll kind of go the way of cars. Like, people still custom build cars, and they do restorations and things like that. And for years, gamers have been modifying their rigs. iFixit says if you try to repair the Surface Pro, you're probably going to break it. That seems to be the trend. Computers that can't really be fixed, at least easily, and certainly not by you. Still, the Surface Pro does shine. If you like Windows 8, you ought to take a look at it. Just don't expect to take matters into your own hands if something breaks. So for those who lambast Apple for making things that aren't repairable, in many ways, it's probably more cost-effective for you to get a new model instead of repairing the old model. It's just the way it's happening. Here's a rather big piece of news. Opera, the web browser, you may have used it before, we talked about it briefly in the Locker Gnome Daily Report yesterday, is switching from their own rendering engine to WebKit. Bravo, Opera. I'm a fan of WebKit. I use Safari. I use Google Chrome. What's not to like about you moving to WebKit? Maybe we'll see more bug patches in the near future, because Opera ain't going to be slowing down anytime soon. They've got like 300 million users. And you know what? Most of them won't know the difference when that engine switches over. Google Play privacy slip-up sends app buyers personal details to developers. I'm not sure if there's a way to tell if your information was leaked. That's quite a big mistake, especially for Google. But at least the marketplace is open. A report claims that Apple has topped Japan's mobile industry for the first time with 15% market share in 2012. Today we also received news that Apple has updated its processors and prices of the MacBook Pro with Retina display line. Apple is becoming extremely competitive in the PC space, even though the PC space is kind of dying. PC in the traditional sense of the word. You might remember that yesterday we launched deals.lockergnome.com, and today's deal is the Mac Essentials Bundle. And one of the pieces of software you can get is one of my favorite pieces of software, Air Server. That's what I'm using right now to mirror what's happening on my iPad screen up to my Mac. Normally that would cost you $15 alone, but you can get all these 9 apps for 83% off, $49 instead of $310. So if you're a software addict like me, I'm going to save you money. And if you don't have a Mac, we also have the Mac's PC bundle available. This one's only $25 and of course has different software available. So go ahead, take a look. We're adding a new deal every single day. Hardware, software, gadgets, you name it. Deals.lockergnome.com. And speaking of saving money, our question of the day is brought to you by GoDaddy.com. And if you want to save money on your next purchase there, just email me, chris@perillo.com. I will send you my latest list of coupons. And before I bring up this question, let me just say that every time someone asks me about my mustache, I keep it for one more day. Hyder Potter just asked this question on lockergnome.net. Can you recommend a good small wireless keyboard? Are you talking this small? No, I don't think so. He needs a small wireless keyboard that he can put in front of his monitor. Well, that does work. I've said it before and I'll say it again. My favorite wireless keyboard is Apple's, if only because the action on the keys has given me the fastest typing speed ever. It's nice. It definitely works with Windows 7, but with Windows 8, you may have to wait for driver support. And that being said, I've heard a lot of reports from people saying that their favorite hardware doesn't work with Windows 8, so it's not just Apple who needs to play catch-up. Honestly, I think most people using Windows 8 are using it in this type of system. I mean, one that has a keyboard built in. A while ago, I was telling you about go.tagjag.com/freepoints, which is a link that you should be clicking on your iOS device. You can now use it from your Android device as well. Again, go.tagjag.com/freepoints. The link will be in this video's description that you can easily tap. And with it, on either iOS or Android, you can download sponsored applications and generate points, not just by sharing your referral link, but you can also just make free money, basically, with it. I definitely have a few points racked up, and if you want to give me the referral, tap my link or use the referral code 5RQXKM. Wow. Honey, that is about the sexiest thing you've ever worn. You have to see this.
Are you sure they want to see it?
I'm sure they want to see this. Diana is wearing a cape with a Batman onesie, and it goes all the way down. There, look at there. It's not really a footy type of hoodie, but what would you call it?
I can stand on here so they can see better. Ooh, maybe I can fly.
No, let's not try that. It's from staticstuff.com. The 50th person to buy some geek gear from staticstuff.com that uses my name in the referral will get to do a Google Plus hangout with me. Don't fall.
Even me?
Well, we can hang out anyway. If you don't mind, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this video because I got to hang out with my wife who thinks she's Batman. Thanks again for sharing what we do with everybody else that you know in social media, Twitter, Facebook, Google+. Even on YouTube, when you comment, you're sharing with your friends the things that you enjoy. And I hope you enjoy the things that we do for you. We'll see you later.